And there we go. Okay, so good luck to the runners, and welcome everyone. Thanks for tuning in. This is the Messenger, and it's a pretty awesome run. A lot of fun. So we're gonna start in Ninja Village, which is pretty much the tutorial level, so a lot of mashing through text and walking to the right. This game came out in August, so it's pretty new, but the community is pretty awesome. And it's pretty active, and it's super fun speedruns, so, and also just a super fun game. I recommend that everyone check it out. Alright, so story is you're this ninja in this village, and well, some demons are here, as you can see, and it's not a good time for the village. And this guy's the Western hero. He is gonna kind of save you. And he will be handing over a scroll, which we must take to the top of the highest mountain. So, there you go, quick rundown on the story. We're gonna be heading into the first real level, Autumn Hills. And here we go. So the cool thing about the movement in this game is whenever you're in the air and you hit something, you get another jump, so you can see that they can use those those lanterns to kind of get a double jump. So you'll see here, yeah, he's getting a double jump there and there. So it makes for some super cool movement where you can stay in the air for a long time and stuff like that. And yeah, we'll see them coming to the first shop. Hive Mind is there now. So he's going to be buying an upgrade which allows him to hit the projectiles, so the fireballs and stuff. And that is very useful. And you're able to use your jump mechanic, it's called a cloud step, on the fireballs as well, so it's pretty much necessary. So there, he's using it on the fireball there and here. There's a damage boost in this room on the on this long line of spikes, so you hope you get boosted forwards. Hive Mind does, zeldablade does, so yeah. You can get boosted backwards, and I'm not entirely sure what the determining factor is, but generally if you jump as far as possible along the spikes, you'll get boosted forwards, which is what you want. And now the underwater section. You notice the music, it's pretty cool when you go underwater. The music kind of gets like that muffled sound. And yeah, this is 8-bit, so it'll end at the Tower of Time boss. After on the last hit of the Tower of Time boss is when the timer ends. Yeah, so both players taking a damage boost through that saw blade there as well. The spikes do 3 damage, and you start with only 5 health, so you can only take 1 damage boost off spikes until you need to refill your health. So we kind of mapped out which spikes are the best to take damage on purposefully. This next room coming up has a pretty cool skip. Hopefully both the players get it. Yeah, so you, yeah, Hivemind kind of got the backup, which is not bad. You jump and hit the red guy at the start of the room, which allows you to jump, but you still have your cloud step left over, so then you get up to the platform. It's one of the more technical rooms in Autumn Hills. And it saves a few seconds. Good few seconds. Both players look good on money, so they're gonna need for the shop before the boss 130 coins. Or well, they're called time shards, not coins, but they're gonna be grabbing 2 upgrades. The shop's in the next room. And so one of them is shurikens, so throwing ninja stars, which a bit sleepy, yeah. The ninja stars allow you to get a 1 cycle on the Autumn Hills boss, this boss here. And you're also getting the air recovery, which basically means if you get hit midair, you can jump out of it, which is very useful, and this stops you getting killed in a lot of situations. So here, basically what you're trying to do is just get as much damage as you possibly can. And you can end up killing this boss before he has to do any other attacks, and both players getting it. So it's very close right now. Those are some pretty good Autumn Hills times. And now we're just entering the Forlorn Temple, which is it's a very exciting level. Lots of interesting mechanics, and he's done Forlorn Temple, and Hivemind has also done Forlorn Temple. Okay, into the catacombs, where there's a lot of crushers, like smushy doodads, which will one-hit kill you, which makes the catacombs pretty dangerous. And at the start here, they're trying to go for the first cycle on this crusher. Looks like Zeldablade made it, which is good. Hivemind did not. I guess that costs like about a second or something. And now you see the Necromancer. His name's Ruxton, and he's going to spawn all these enemies. Very rude of him. Some more crushers, of course. There's another cycle in the room Zeldablade's on here that you want to make. And it looks like he's good on this this spiked crusher. If you play the room decently well, like without getting hit by the saw blades early on, then it's almost guaranteed to make the cycle, so Hivemind makes it as well. And another one here, of course, more crushers. You want to get through this second vertical crusher before it smushes you. That's basically the theme of Catacombs until you get to the boss fight. Zeldablade opting for that damage boost there, which is, well, there's 2 you can take. But that one, well, he ends up with only 1 health here, so it can be a little bit dangerous. Yeah, Hivemind did not go for that one. There's a later one which you can take instead, which saves slightly more time, but they're pretty similar. And Zeldablade's now in the 3 wizard room where this Necromancer will spawn 3 wizards. The wizards are a bit rough because there's some RNG because they can teleport. Zeldablade gets decent RNG there where he doesn't have to go chasing down that wizard, he can just throw the shurikens. He really does not want to get hit on this room, and he doesn't, that's good. Hivemind gets fine RNG as well. And we'll see if he goes for this damage boost on the next room. No, he's opting not to go for it, so more of a safe strategy. keep all his health. And there's a Crusher Cycle here, Zeldablade just coming into the room. This one is like super tough, but it looks like, oh, yeah, no, he's not going to make it after that. But you kind of have to play the room perfectly to make this one. So, yeah. And Hive Mind, I don't think we'll go for it. Yeah. And now Zeldablade's coming into the boss. This is Ruxton. He's a bit annoying because there's a 50-50 chance of where he's going to start. Either he starts on the floor or he starts up top at the top of the screen. And Zeldablade gets the bad RNG, which is where he starts on the floor. But yeah, he did an interesting strat there where he cloud stepped, like he got the jump off the boss in there as well. This is the main part of the fight where you jump through his bottom. You jump up through his feet and you use the air recovery to get up top, and you can just smack him a lot. So if he starts up top, you can do that right at the start. So the bad RNG costs, I think, about something like 8 seconds. Hive Mind didn't get the jump up there. He gets it the second time, but he won't get any hits because it was just too late. And Zeldablade is into Bamboo Creek. I'm gonna switch to Zeldablade's audio so we can hear this amazing music. Oh, the music in this game is so good, but this track, one of the best. So Hive Mind finishes the boss. He'll be going into Bamboo Creek soon. I'd say Bamboo Creek is one of the most, like, technical levels. It's really difficult to get all the skips right because you don't have all the tools yet that you're gonna have in the game. So like later in the game, there's some new movement mechanics, but this level is kind of like the hardest level before you get some of that new stuff that helps you out with going fast. So it makes this level pretty tough to do, you know, to get a lot of the precise jumps and stuff. Zeldablade on 1 HP there before getting the checkpoint. It's a bit scary. Oh, so there's a jump there where you have to jump over the tree in the center of the screen. Basically, you have to jump as late as possible, and Zeldablade didn't quite jump late enough, so he ended up falling into the spikes, and that's pretty rough. So he's gonna just use the fireball this time. I don't know if he was trying to do that before, but you can make it without the fireball. And so now he has this little red devil following him around, whose name is Corbel, and Corbel is gonna eat all the coins he collects for a little while, which actually is a bit rough because in the next level he's gonna need to enter with 275 coins, and so with Corbel here, he may have to change up some of his strategy. And also, it's a time loss because he died. The tree jump does not count as out of bounds because there's no bounds. You're actually, like, it's out of bounds of the screen, I guess, but I think the rules are about going through walls and stuff. Just, I don't know, people consider it not out of bounds, so that's what I go with. This is, on Zeldablade is the elevator room skip, which is pretty impressive. At the bottom of that room, there's an elevator, which takes a long time to get up to the top of the screen, so you have to wait, but if you use the lanterns right, like he did, you can just skip all that, which is pretty nice. And there's that big crystal with a bunch of money, so he took a few slashes from that, so he's gonna have... Pretty sure he'll have enough going into the next level, which is Howling Grotto. Hive Mind definitely has enough, because he's got 275 already. Oh, Zelda-blade's not gonna have enough. I wonder if, cause you need to buy the upgrades. I wonder if he'll go grab the coins and then come back to the shop. Yeah, he's realizing now he doesn't have enough. That's what Quarble will do to you if he starts eating your coins. Interesting that he goes this way. He still needs 5 more, I think. Oh wow, okay. I think it would be faster for him to go to the right side and get those coins. Because he does have the wingsuit right now. So Hive Mind's ahead now. Because he didn't have the slowdown. Yeah. Yeah, I guess usually you're not in this situation because in a normal run you can just reset. And he didn't get enough coins that time either. You can just reset if you don't have enough, but here is a bit rough, so you don't really know how to deal with it. But he's got enough now, so he'll be buying the wingsuit attack and the underwater dash. So the wingsuit attack lets you attack downwards while you're flying. You can see Hive Mind using it there. And it's really good for getting up, like getting vertical. You can see zeldablade got a bunch of vertical velocity there because he's in the using the wingsuit to go up. It gives you a bit of an upwards boost, and you still have your cloud step, so you can jump again. And in the next level, it's gonna be very useful. So it's kind of necessary to get it here. Switch over to Hive Mind's audio. So I'd say, in my personal opinion, this is probably the easiest level in the game. It's kind of just teaching you the mechanics of the wingsuit, so you can glide slowly down, and now that he has the wingsuit attack, he can attack with it. But it's pretty simple. There he used the underwater dash to get a little bit of boost while he was, you know, under the water, and then he jumped out of the water, but he maintained his velocity, so a little bit of time save there, just a bit of a speed up. It's kind of nice. They only buy the underwater dash because it's necessary, like prerequisite for the wingsuit attack. So I don't want to spoil the game because it's so good and it has a lot of surprises and stuff. 8-bit, basically the category means you're just doing the first, it's about a third of the game. Yeah, so it's the length of the speedrun really. So at the end of the run there's still quite a bit more to go. And I recommend you do play the game and you experience that for yourself. There's some really cool stuff. So Hive Mind's entering the Emerald Golem. He opts to damage boost at the start there. So he's gonna try to count to 7 hits on the heart, but he got 8. So we'll see if zeldablade does 7 here. Yeah, Hive Mind did 7 that time. So the idea is you want to do 7 hits on the heart and then shuriken from the side, so they're both getting it there. And then you can get the maximum amount of damage on the head when you're up here. The goal is to get a 2 cycle. Zeldablade taking a lot of intentional damage. That one wasn't intentional. So he's gonna have to be careful because there's another phase to this fight. So Zeldablade does get the 2 cycle, Hive Mind gets a 3 cycle, so it took a bit of extra time. There's another phase where there's this ball guy who's going to be jumping around. Zeldablade's got to be careful here. Hive Mind has a bit more HP. Oh, that's scary. Yeah, so he took it a bit slow to make sure he didn't die. And now we're going to learn the story of this guy. Basically, he's just digging away with his golem and you came in and attacked him. And you destroyed his golem and he's very sad. Very, very sad, so I'm gonna need some Bible thump in the chat on this one. Feels bad, man. Why'd you have to destroy his golem, guys? Come on. Alright, we're into the Quillshroom Marsh. It's, This level has a lot of wingsuit attack to kind of fly over stuff. As you can see in this first room, they're both kind of using it a lot. And yeah, I don't know, not a lot to say about this level. The spiked mushrooms there are pretty rough, but generally can deal with them. Hive Mind here is on a long room where this room's pretty cool because you can just hold right the entire time as long as you do everything else correctly. He ends up not making that jump, so he has to climb up there, but yeah, both of them didn't get the perfect run on this room, but it's pretty cool to see when they pull it off. Hive Mind not using the bird. You can use the bird to get up here. Now he's having to wait for the fireball. Zeldablade is going to use the bird to get up, so that's a bit faster. And there's Zeldablade making it to the bird. Hive Mind not. The birds can be pretty annoying, but I think in the speedrun almost all of them are used for time save, so they're not too bad as long as you manipulate them correctly as they make a beeline for you. There's health in the lantern here that Hive Mind is going to want to grab, and he does. That was a bit clutch there. Zeldablade's on 2 health. This next room can be a bit annoying. Oh, he misses the top shuriken there. He wanted to use both of them and open up the door with the shurikens, but he had to climb up instead. Hive Mind opting to just climb up. Zeldablade's got 1 HP and he makes it through. There's health in this room, which I assume he'll grab. But there's also a bird, which can be annoying, but yeah, he grabs the health. And he makes it through. Hive Mind also getting the health. And there's one more room before the boss, so Zeldablade should be able to make it through, although he's on 1 HP now. But he makes it in, and so this is going to be the boss fight. This is the Queen of Quills, who is a former messenger who was cursed, so now owns this marsh. Oh, Zeldablade's missing the first hit there, which is pretty important. If you can get that first hit, you can knock her off the ring and stun her, so now he's waiting this whole time, and now you can use the plant to stun her here. We'll see if Hive Mind, he should get it here, yeah, with the shuriken, so you can see how much faster that is instead of having to wait for the whole cycle with the seeds coming down. As long as you get enough damage, this fight is pretty scripted. Zeldablade didn't get enough damage, so he's got this cycle again, or this attack again. Hive Mind also didn't get enough damage. Missed a few hits there, so. And I think Zeldablade got turned into a mushroom as well, which was a bit rough, but Hive Mind's gonna end up killing her first just barely. Zeldablade opting to run over there and shuriken from the right side. Hive Mind's not gonna get a cutscene here, and Zeldablade is. Basically, what happened is Hive Mind has not met Corbel yet, so really, he can't show up because he has no idea who Corbel is, and Zeldablade has met Corbel because he died in Bamboo Creek, so he ended up getting a cutscene there, which saves a bit of time for Hive Mind. interesting little fact. This is Searing Crags, and this is where the movement gets very fun. So Hivemind's picking up an item here, and I think he'll buy health. Yeah, he's gonna buy health just for the safety of it. It doesn't cost too much time. And so the rope dart is basically, it's kind of like a grappling hook, and you can see him using it here. He's grappling to these enemies, and it makes you, if you use it correctly, it can make you go very, very fast. And these levels can be super fluid, and it's a lot of fun to use, super satisfying. So there's a little jump here on this spike platform that Hivemind and zeldablade got. It can be a bit annoying. It's not too difficult though, and they both got it first try, so. This room's interesting. We'll see if either of them skip. You can go through the ceiling here. Zeldablade's going for it. Didn't quite get it. Hivemind also didn't get it. So if you go through that little ceiling bit, it'll save just a bit of time coming across this room. There's a few little skips like that because Searing Crags is kind of vertical. So going up through the ceiling can save a bit of time in a few rooms. This room as well will have a similar skip. Oh, that's pretty rough. Zeldablade took the damage off one of those little circle dudes. But the checkpoint was right there, so it wasn't too bad. He missed the skip through the ceiling there as well. I'm not sure if Hivemind got it, but it's not too major. There's one here where you can cloud step off, use the fireball to get up there to the right side. We'll see what zeldablade does here. Similar thing there, yeah. And now, approaching the end of Searing Crags. It goes so quickly, just because you have the rope dart now, so you can just zip through some of these rooms. Hivemind kind of taking a different route there, going to the right first and then coming back to the left. So Zeldablade's ahead here, saved a bit of time on it. Oh, that's pretty annoying for Hivemind, where he tried to grab on that wall, but he was just like few pixels too low or something, and he ended up falling off it. So Zeldablade's into the fight against Kolos and Seuses, and together their names make Colossuses, of course. Very witty. And so this fight is a lot of rope dart, because you get invincibility frames when you rope dart, so as long as you just keep attacking and rope darting, you're invincible to like this rock and a lot of the attacks. You pretty much just do that for the entire fight. There's a bit of RNG here. I say a bit, this is the biggest RNG fight. Pretty much the biggest RNG thing in the game. I don't know how much time exactly you can lose, but you hope for the attacks where you can hit them the entire time, and Zeldablade got pretty good RNG there. Hivemind has had pretty bad RNG with this elbow drop, and also he got the green guy in a ball before, where the guy goes up and you can't really hit him. Not sure how much time it loses, but in general, it's bad to get those kind of attacks. So Zeldablade's coming into Glacial Peak, which is in my opinion, the most fun level. Once you get the rope dart, you can just like zip through, and Glacial Peak was designed so well that using the rope dart, it just feels so satisfying. And it's very fast. So Hivemind finishing up the fight as well. The story behind those bosses, there's not much of a story. They're just kind of hanging out. You fight them. They're like, oh, I guess he wants to go to the mountain. And they kind of kick you to the mountain. And now you're on the mountain. But yeah, this is a super fun level. Zelda Blade's coming up on the, in my opinion, the best room in the game. It's so smooth if you can execute it right. You just climb up here. Yeah, not perfect, but well, not bad. A few little mistakes, but yeah, when you see like the world record holder running this level, it just looks so great. Even these guys, they're really good. So yeah, just little things like that room Zelda Blade's on where you can use the wingsuit attack to get the extra height. Makes for a super fun movement. Oh, Zelda Blade took like a super interesting strat there. I've never seen someone do that in a run actually, but I have seen that it's possible. So there's a secret room up there above the normal room. So what he did is he used the velocity from the air current, which is used for your wingsuit, but he took the velocity from it, and he also got extra velocity from hitting the lantern while he was in the wingsuit mode, so he got pushed upwards, and it flung him into the secret room, and he tried to go over and then come back in on the other side. So I don't know if that saved any time. I think because he took the damage on the spikes, it didn't save time. I'm really not sure if anyone's timed that, but it's super interesting to see it. It's cool, always cool to see people try new stuff like that. And now he's into the cutscene, so he's delivered the scroll to the top of the mountain at this point. He's met these three sage dudes, and now, well, he's going to be entering the Tower of Time, which is kind of his test of will, see if he is a true messenger. And Hive Mind's coming into the cutscene here as well. So Tower of Time is a lot about cycles, a lot of moving platforms, so you can see you have to wait for these ones to block the lasers for you. And lasers do 4 damage, so even more than spikes, so you cannot take 2 laser hits. And there is a damage boost where you jump through a laser, so you're hoping here to maintain enough health, at least 5 health. So he's also waiting for a moving platform cycle. And the wizard here can be quite annoying. All the wizards can be annoying because if you get unlucky with their positioning, then they can really screw you up. Hive Mind entering the tower as well. Oh, that was a bit of out of bounds, but it's pretty common with crushers, and it doesn't save you any time, so it's fine. If you rope dart into crushers, that can happen quite often, actually. Oh my god, that's so unlucky. So, oh, I feel bad for him there. He basically got hit by the wizard, and then his character got knocked back in between the moving platform and the wall, and it crushed him. That's crazy. Yeah, that's like super rough. That just makes me mad. And he got hit by the wizard there again. The wizards, dude. They can be annoying. In this room as well that Zelda Blade's on. Sometimes right when you exit that blue crystal, like there's a wizard projectile on you that you literally can't do anything about. But he gets the next checkpoint, so it's all good. Hive Mind's on this room again, and his wizard's right in the way, so yeah, it ends up— oh my god, dude, this room. It ended up being fine for him, but he waited on the platform. That's his first death as well, so he gets this cutscene. But he waited on the platform, and then as the platform was going up, he tried to exit, and then he got smushed into the ceiling because he was exiting while the platform was moving up, so kind of, I'd say that was pretty much the wizard's fault again there, so wizards, dude. And here he gets an awful wizard again. I cannot believe this. He'll probably make this cycle still. Yeah, he makes the laser. This is the screen Zelda Blade's on. You can just run through all these lasers if you have 4 HP, but since he got hit, or since he died, he only had 3 from the checkpoint, so wasn't able to do that. He's not. You can make the cycle on these lasers, but he's not going to go for it. It's pretty precise and it doesn't save too much time, and it's very risky. All right. So yeah, some wizard pandemonium there. Oh, Zelda Blade having trouble with this jump, but he makes it in the end. Hive Mind also doesn't have enough health. He just took, yeah, he died as well. So he doesn't have enough health for this damage boost here. So he's gonna have to take it the slow way. The thing with that damage boost is that it's like right before you get another health potion. So you basically have to not get hit for most of the, like half of the Tower of Time, which is really tough, especially considering the wizards. And the room Zelda Blade's on right now, it's the, we call it the time waster room, because you just hold the direction and you press attack. It's super simple, and it takes like, I don't know, something like 20 seconds. Not quite 20, but just a bit of a waste of time. And so he's approaching the final boss here. This room is super cool with the falling platforms and the lasers. And he's going into the final boss room here. And he'll get a little cutscene saying it's time to test, I don't know, your might, your strength, or something like that. And this boss is super cool looking, and it's just super cool in general. And it's like super impressive to see the speedrun strategy on this boss. So we'll see Zelda Blade. He basically wants to attack the head, and he can stand on the hands. So he's gonna position himself perfectly so he can stand on the outside of these balls, but not get hit, and still be able to hit the head. So he's doing pretty well so far. There's another strategy where you use the rope dart. Falling there it's pretty bad because he's got to wait now. Oh, that's actually really bad. He got this pattern where he has to wait for all these lasers, as you can see. But there's a new strategy for this boss where you kind of rope dart and you just kind of like swim around inside his head. But Zelda Blade should be finishing now. The boss is pretty much dead. There we go, that's the final hit. So that's GG. It's 38 something, I think, if Hive Mind's timer is right. Like 38:30 or so. So GG for Zelda Blade. Super close though. Hive Mind is not quite on PB pace, but he's pretty close. He just got a PB today actually, and I think that was like 39:10 or something like that, so. And this boss fight takes something like 30 seconds if you execute it like relatively well. Yeah, so he's finding that spot where he can hit the head but not get hit himself. And the boss is super low now. This was a better fight than Zelda Blade had. 39:23. That's like pretty close to his PB. This is a really nice run for him. So GG. Yeah, his PB is 39:22. That's actually super crazy. So without that death, I think that could have been under 39 minutes. But that was still like a really nice run. Yeah. the I don't know, the timer. I didn't see zeldablade had a timer at all, but his time was 38:29 or something. So yeah, that's the run. That was super nice from both runners actually. zeldablade had I think something like 3 deaths. He had the one in bamboo, the one in crags, and the one in Tower of Time where he got wizarded. Or no, he got yeah, the wizard hit him into getting crushed. Hivemind only had 1 death in the tower where he got crushed on the moving platform, so yeah. Some super nice stuff from these guys. Hivemind like under a second off PB, which is kind of crazy. He's I feel like he has a new PB coming. He's been playing pretty well. Yeah, so I recommend this game like so much. It's so good, and if you watch this entire run, you've seen, like I think it's maybe a third of the game here, probably a bit less than a third actually, but like there's so much more for it to offer. It'll surprise you so much, like, and even just this part, like the movement and the just how satisfying it is to play, so much fun. Yeah, so good game to the runners, super nice stuff, and check out this game. It's awesome. And also try speedrunning it. It's awesome for that as well. So yeah, GG. I think that'll end it. I don't think there's any more races tonight, at least not in this game. But yeah, some crazy wizards. But yeah, all right, so peace.